I all forgot about making an introduction to the video, telling what I'm going to do. Well, obviously I'm making a little shelf cabinet for in the kitchen, all from leftover pieces of pine, and it took me hours to cut all the little pieces and glue together the panels, make this frame, and well, welcome back in Portugal in the Not Just Sawdust workshop. Well, I'll just get on with it and sand all this and make sure that the shelves are going to fit in. That's why I made this little piece of wood with sandpaper, which has the right size, so as long as I can get this through, the shelves would go in. And then I'm going to paint this piece like a dark grey, and the panels that are going to go in, they're staying natural, but of course I have to lacquer them or maybe put some oil on them or whatever. So keep with it and let's see whether we can find a way to make this into a nice kitchen utility shelf cabinet, some kind of thing. So I'm using this raw Swedish linseed oil, and it really gives a nice effect, and it really sucks into the wood. Now I could have made these panels and just, you know, use the thickness planer I've got and make everything exactly the 2.2 centimeters and before gluing it up, and you know, sand it on the drum sander that's on the multi machine, although it's vibrating a bit too much probably. But then I would have ended up with perfect boards that look like boards you can buy at the DIY store. And the whole idea about this little utility cabinet kitchen thing was that it should be from at least scrap wood or reclaimed wood. So this pine all comes from different kinds of projects, leftovers. There's really quality pine in there, there is cheap pine in there, I mean, there's Portuguese pine, there's Swedish pine in here, there's, who knows, maybe there's even American or Canadian pine in here. But by just gluing them up and leaving all the little imperfections, a little gap here and there, and then sand them smooth, it actually looks like a handmade panel, or a panel from scrap wood, from old pieces of wood. And this gives a much more idea of something recycled, or you know, if I would done it perfectly with the thickness sander, I could just bought a board at the DIY store they sell them at 60 wide and 2.5 thick. Just cut 4 slabs and you got 4 shelves. But that's not what this is about. Well, it's ready. Everything fits, and now it's a little thing about the Indian heads up here. They come from an old bow, and they were, well, attached together. And the people are making this for have some, well, some history in the United States. I thought it was a nice gesture to put these in. You don't see them if you're just walking past this thing because you're looking on top of it, but the 2 Indian heads at the front, and that gives this whole thing just a little bit different kind of feel to it. I'm really pleased with the linseed oil. Really makes it nice, and I think the little imperfections in the wood also make it look like it's not a bought thing from IKEA or something. What do you want? Ah, I've still got I've still got a cookie. Go down. No. Down. So, for now I would say do some woodworking. It's a nice way to spend your time. Oh. Me and Ella say, have a nice summer. Do some recycling. It's an even better way to spend your time. And see you all in the next video. At the logo.